Hi there, this is Bernaid Flournoy here at the Paint Pops, and that's kind of short for Paint Party Online Pop-Up Shop. So I'm popping up right now to do a quick little morning demo of getting started. Okay, so it's springtime and it's time to get creative. So I'm going to turn up the music and I'm going to get started painting. Of course, now, why does this not want to cooperate? But we are live, so we keep on moving. So we're going to work with a little bunny, little butterfly, and a little heart. So we're just getting started today. I will come back and we will complete this at a different time. So we want to get that first layer on. So I'm going to crank up the music a little bit and we're going to rock and roll. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat and I'll be sure to answer them off broadcast, okay? Or pop into my direct message, or you can just head on over to the Paint Pops website. These are not there yet. They will be coming soon. They will be up by Monday so that you could order them for your April kits. So, but the April mystery box, hint, 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 is available now. So let me get started. Hoping you're having a great Thursday. Hope you had a great week. So I'm just going to rock it out here and get started. I like to coat the sides. These will be displayed outside. You don't have to display them outside, but these are part of one of the porch sign kits. I shouldn't say porch sign kits because I don't have those for sale at the moment, but this is completing an order of some of the little cutes that you can attach to your outdoor porch sign. And so I am using paint that is outdoor. You can pick this up at Walmart. I don't know. They may sell it at Michael's, Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. But you just want an outdoor paint, something that will be light, fast, and waterproof. Now, I still will seal it with a clear coat at the end, but I just kind of wanted to get started. So I think this one, I want to add a little bit of purple with that. So I'm going to, this one is multi-surface, outdoor, indoor. So you want to check that. Most of the paints you'll probably use indoors, but it depends on what you're doing. Okay, come on. Whoop, good gracious. Now that's too much. Now see, I should have my plate out here. Let me go ahead and behave and get my plate together. I'm just going to lift this off. And this, hey, you make mistakes and you keep on going. I just want you to know that it's a relatively easy process. You do not need this much paint for this particular project. I'm going to squeeze out a little bit more white because I want it a little lighter, more pastel. So I'm going to blend this here. Now you might want to just blend it on your plate, but I'm going for it. And I'm trying to make sure I get the sides because I want it sealed up. Now, why don't I have my little glove on? And usually for like the paint party kits, I will include one plastic glove. And some people wonder why I have one, because the hand that you're painting with, most of the time you're not going to get paint on that hand. The one that's holding and adjusting and moving is the one that you need it with. All right, so I'm going to put just a little bit more white down to do more of a little ombre here. Now that's feeling kind of springy, light and fun already. So I'm gonna go back here and now I just wanna make sure it's coated, and then now I'm gonna go back side to side and blend out my little brush strokes. I'm gonna go right here because this is where I need that to fade in and fade out really, really well. Looks like we got a little goober there, so you just lift that out. Sometimes I include Q-tips for that part right there. So I'm going to just spend just a moment right here for that fade in, fade out, and then I'm going to let go. Now this outdoor paint seems like it's drying pretty quickly, so it doesn't allow a lot of blend time. Okay, so let me, let's see, make sure. Let me make sure, am I in the right spot? There we go. And look, I just put like a little, all right. So that one, I'm trying to see. I won't know till it's dry. Let me lift this off of here. I won't know till it's completely dry to see whether or not I want another coat. And I might do a second coat, but you see, it doesn't take long, so that's okay. Over here, I think I want to go ahead and do the bunny. I think I'm going to do the bunny blue. Let me rinse my brush out a little bit. And usually I just dip in, get it good and wet, and then I just kind of, let me put this over here. Because I like to give my little tips and tricks, and I just kind of wipe it out. So I don't usually make the water. I already started painting earlier before I started recording. Usually keep the water relatively clear until like the very end. But I usually scrub out the extra paint over here. Then I can keep my water a little bit longer. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of white down. And we're going to squeeze out a little bit of blue. So if you think maybe one part white, and it just depends on how dark you want it. I'm just going to squeeze out like 1/4. So I'm going to say this is maybe 1/4 blue and maybe 3/4 white to give a pale blue. But we'll see. Let's see what we come up with. Now, once again, you probably want to mix this over there. This is a pretty blue. If you want it a little bit darker, of course, add a little bit more blue. So we've got a little blue bunny, and I'm going to make sure I get on the sides here. I may go just a smidge darker, but I want to coat the sides first. And once again, you might want to have a glove, or you know what, you can just use a plain old lunchtime sandwich bag or an old shopping bag. You know, they give you 1,000 of them. So now if I was, no, let me see. This probably will need 2 coats as well. I'm looking at the way the paint is. So right now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make sure I have the sides coated really well. Because like I said, these here will be going outdoors. And even if it's on a porch, you still want to kind of seal it. So I want to make sure the sides are sealed. So this is not necessarily the cutest thing right now. Let me put some more white here. But I wanted you to know how to start it, especially if you're using it outdoors. But if you're using it inside on your kitchen counter or your kitchen table, or you're adding it to a wreath or something that's going to hang indoors just to make things cute, that's fine. All right, so it's soaking in pretty good. I think I'm going to go ahead. Let me just fade this out a little bit. They recommend that you let it dry a little bit in between time. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the blow dryer right now. So I'm going to mute the mic. The designs are endless. You know, you can come up with a simple pattern. You might even want to use a little lace pattern. Now, this is just paper, a paper doily. You might find an interesting pattern at a fabric store, you know, or you can take the tip of an eraser or a Q-tip to make little dots. You could tape it off for stripes. So we're going to go with a couple little dots on here. All right. But this is kind of cute. And I am looking here now. I would definitely do another coat. So I think I'm going to do that really quickly. And we may save the butterfly for another time. Because like I said, I just want to pop in today, give a good greeting, and let you know that I am here. I'm here for you. All right. So let me make sure this is, because it's not as opaque as I thought that the white should be. Usually that white is going to be good and chalky and opaque. Okay, so I want this to kind of cool off before I start again, because otherwise that paint will just kind of seize up. And so you want it to be able to spread and be fluid. All right, so we're going to, I've got plenty of purple already over here. All right. There we go. I'm going to squeeze out a little bit of white over here. I'm going to behave myself. I'm going to be a good teacher. All right. So I am going to mix a little bit here. All right. And then now I'm just going to go ahead and, because I've already put a coat on the sides. Good. This is very similar to the color that was here before. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and pick some of this up and go in here. And I'm kind of scrubbing. So it's not like a super cute. I'm going to scrape this because I want it on the side. Not super cute technique, but you want it to coat well. And then, like I said, I will definitely put a spray clear coat on here. All right, I need just a little bit more white up here. And you might want to have white in the center and then fade it out to the side. It is, of course, totally up to you. Here we go, mixing on our thing again. And I do that. I do. And I like the ombre because, you know, you got a choice of how you want to do it. Now I'm going to dip just a little tad in the water to loosen this up. You don't want too much water. And then remember that spot where we want it to fade in to the light. There's like a little goober in there. Say so now, and I'm going to lean over here because I can't see because of the glare of the lights. Okay, so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to start fading this in and out, going back and forth. And I just have to use my whole finger right here. Okay, let me go in here because I want this definitely to be dark. And then fade up. And I'm just going to spend a little time going back and forth right here, moving up and down just a little bit to blend it. And then we're going to let this dry. Okay, so that's the hot one. I want to kind of lift it up real fast. And I should say kind of right away so it doesn't stick to the paper. You don't want that on the back. So this is the beginning. And then, like I said, you can leave it just like this, or you can go in with some polka dots. So let's see. I wanted to just do some dark polka dots. I could go right in here and create a little pattern. Let me make sure that and I need to probably just take my time and come straight up so it'd be nice and round. That purple is kind of thick. Okay, so let's make sure. I like that little song that's playing in the background. That's by Jamie Stone. I just found out about Jamie Stone this morning. I'm going to be looking up Jamie Stone. And it just is very relaxing. And just take your time. And like, see if you find out that one of them didn't have enough, you just go back and go right back over it. Or you can do this with an eraser tip too. So it just depends on what you want to do. Pencil tip. I'm just going to go ahead. So we can come back and work on our little bunny. Didn't want the broadcast to be too long, and I didn't set a timer. I probably should have set it. You can also, and I was just thinking, maybe use the tip of a toothpick. Depends on how much paint you have. You might be able to get 2 little dots out of it. And I can't begin to tell you how addictive this is. Now we're using the purple straight from the bottle that we didn't mix with any of the white. Okay. Like I said, it's just kind of fun. And if you want to add more in there, feel free. Oh, no, I didn't lift straight off, so that one is a bigger, heavier one. So that one is also big and thick. All right. You just go on. And there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. So I'm going to stop and see if I need to add any more. Later, you want to make sure you get near the edge too. Okay. So, once again, this is Brene Flournoy popping in, hoping that you're having a great, let me dismiss, hoping you're having a great Thursday. Just wanted to pop in because this, of course, is the Paint Pops. Paint Party online pop-up shop. We will do more of these little wooden cubes. This is the 6-inch size. So if you go to the website, you'll know that this is the smaller kit. And we will be adding more things as we go along, but this is all new. So we're going to stop right here. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Let me hit the correct button.